What is up, y'all? What is up? Welcome back to another episode of the Cinestro Core. It's your boy, Blacksby, aka Invincible, and I'm here with the homie Kissinger Pack. Rest in piss, Bozo will not be missed. And we are here to just talk about our thoughts on season 2 of Invincible, now streaming on Amazon Prime Video, as well as our reaction to The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, now in theaters, plus some much more. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So, Luis, I know you had texted this in our chat in our planning session. You want to talk about something specific, a spin-off, if you will, a super spin-off that will also be on Amazon.
Something very near and dear to my heart. Yeah, dude. Today the news came out. The news of a new The Boys spin-off show came out,
Yes,
which is apparently incredibly controversial. People are really upset about the fact that The Boys is getting multiple spin-offs. They're like, oh, The Boys is becoming the very thing it's made for. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Who gives a fuck?
Yep.
If people are making good shows that are set in the same universe, as long as they're good, who gives a fuck? Shut up. Anyways, this new show that was announced, it's called The Boys Mexico.
Yes,
That's
sir.
fucking crazy, bro. Let's go. And Diego Luna and Gael Garcia Bernal are attached to executive produce. So
For
they're
real?
executive producing, and they have minor roles in the show. Now, look, I could talk about this for an hour and a half, just about how exciting this is, about how wonderful it is. But I'll just make some very clear, quick, valid points. I think I saw talk on the internet saying that this is pointless, this is stupid, that there's nothing positive that will really come out of this. And look, that's fair. Art is subjective. Everyone can have their own opinion about everything, especially something that's dear and very near and dear to a lot of people, which is The Boys, right? People love it. People have an attachment to it. Okay, that's great. And people feel like there's this bastardization happening to the show. They reacted this very same way when Gen V was announced. And for the most part, that received pretty positive reviews. Some people here at Cinestro Core had their problems with that show, especially the latter half of the show. Yours truly specifically. But I think, like, just from a very objective level, the fact that it is a show set in Mexico, produced by Mexicans, written by a Mexican, the gentleman, I forget his name, and I'm sorry for blanking, who wrote Blue Beetle, is penning the script. So
No freaking way.
So it's a story by Mexicans for Mexicans with Mexicans, and I think that's so important. And look, people like representation and diversity in film, whatever. As a brown face, right, and as an actor, someone who consumes this content and these films and these TV and these comics and all these things, and seeing someone who looks like me, who talks like me, who thinks like me, who's lived a lot of the same life and has the same experiences and the same cultural milestones as me on screen, it's so fucking important, and it's so exciting, and it's so awesome, and we need more black and brown faces in franchise storytelling and IP storytelling, and I don't give a fuck. We've gotten mediocre shit for decades. We're gonna keep getting mediocre shit for decades. If this is absolutely atrocious, then oh well, who gives a fuck? But I promise you, Mexican people will fucking eat this shit up, and we'll love it. And frankly, why the fuck not? We deserve a show that's called The Boys Mexico. As on the nose and on the dot as that is, who gives a fuck? Now, knowing Gael Garcia Bernal, knowing Diego Luna, like the quality of the work that they make, the quality of the work they produce is good. It's great. They're artists first and foremost. But I think what's so important about, for example, Diego Luna, is that he's an artist, right, who has great taste, but he has proven, obviously, with Andor that he can work within IP, within a giant mechanical conglomerate, or, this giant conglomerate that is, for example, with Andor, Disney, and make a great fucking series, a great, do great storytelling set in the Star Wars universe, right? Best thing to
I was
come out
about
of
to
this new generation of Disney and Star Wars is Andor. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was about to say that right before you said. I was about to say they just both of them actually, Andor for Diego Luna, and then Werewolf by
Guy Garcia
Night,
Bernal, Werewolf by
because
Night, exactly.
and both of those are arguably the highest lauded, you know, of their respective MCU and Star Wars. Those are two of
Yeah,
the highest lauded um, projects to come out of
projects,
either what's it called, either
franchise,
arena, either
fandom.
franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to see them attached to this, and then like you said, the writer, oh my gosh, what's his name? I should remember it because we were talking about that when we were discussing certain movies behind the scenes. uh,
Uh huh. No,
Gareth
no, you're good.
Dunet Alcocer. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and I
Alcacer.
mean,
Yeah.
let's be real. Let's be real. The studios flubbed Blue Beetle almost intentionally at this point, because Blue Beetle should have been top DC film this year, top film, one of the top superhero films out in 2023. Because they failed to give
Right.
a fair deal. Blue Beetle suffered. All the cast,
Right. Right.
Cholo suffered, missed out on doing that press tour. So it's good to see that
Yeah.
Gareth is getting basically a second chance. And with a franchise
I
like The
agree. And
Boys,
look,
I mean,
and I'm not the big. I love Blue Beetle. I love that movie, and we
mm-hmm,
talked about it. I think didn't we talk about? And I don't know if we talked about it on mic, but we definitely talked about it um, amongst ourselves. And I love
Disarms,
that
yeah.
that movie. I'll Die on This Hill. I thought it was. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was great. I'm not the biggest fan of the script, right? To be fair, just to be completely transparent. But that doesn't mean that people like one project that he's written or one project that he's penned that's been produced does not make the artist. I think I'm glad he's being given this opportunity, and I think that under the guidance of Diego, under the guidance of Gael, and probably Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen, who are still probably going to oversee and probably give some input and stuff like that, because they've made so much the boys related content at this point, or overseen so much of the boys related content. I think under the guiding hand of those people and everybody involved in the previous shows, I think this can only be good, And one of the important things about diversity and representation is that it brings unique and different perspectives to stories that we have already seen. Because in the world, only like 10 or 15 stories exist. They're just retold over and over and over again through a different lens or via a different perspective, right? Or with a different this, a little different that, some je ne sais quoi, if you will, So it's just interesting to get to see Mexicans, right, play in the world of the boys, giving it kind of their Mexican humor, their Mexican cultural milestones, and their Mexicanness, which I just think it's going to be amazing. It's going to be. I'm super excited and super hyped. I'm sorry that went a lot longer than I planned on it to
mm-mm,
go, but
no,
I'm very excited for this project and super excited for everyone involved and with everybody involved and I can't wait.
no, you're good. Rightfully, that excitement is warranted, and rightfully so. Like you said, we just watched Gen V, and actually, my girlfriend and I rewatch. I'm rewatching. She's watching for the first time The Boys,
Hmm.
and
Oh, nice.
we just finished season one, and just watching that again, reignited the just the amazement at the quality of this show.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, that violence and all that gory stuff is just for shock value. I'm like, okay, but it's also like the rawest story we've seen about superheroes. It's straightforward, it's upfront, it's visceral, and it's just well written. You
Right.
have a character like Homelander that you are supposed to hate by the end
Right.
of season 1, 2, 3, but so there's something that you're like, man, you can't help but feel for him. Anthony Starr is a phenomenal actor. I tell Ashley this all the time. Like, I love
Right.
him. He's terrifying. I love him. That's how good of an actor he is.
Right. Right.
So to know that we got something else coming out from that universe with The Boys Mexico, even after seeing
Hmm.
Gen V, I'm excited. I'm 100% for it. And like you said, seeing the people attached to it, like it's gonna be something really good. I'm wondering
It
when it's
is
gonna come out, because season 4 of the mainline story is gonna be next year in,
next
I think,
year, and
February,
then Gen
January,
V. They're
something like
saying,
that.
don't they say the last couple episodes of Gen V run congruently with like
Mm-hmm.
season 4 or so, of The Boys or something like that. So we
Mm-hmm.
know, yeah, it'll probably be like 2025, 2020 when they start filming. It'll probably come out like 2026. Maybe
Yeah.
we haven't gotten any news about that yet, but that sounds about right. The Boys season 4 is coming out in 2024 next year, and then Gen V season 2 is probably coming out the following year, right? And then so that's probably if things go at a certain at a certain pace, it'll probably start filming at about 2025. Probably
I
release
mean,
by
it's
like
2020, 25, 26 is going to be one of the biggest years for superhero comic book stories in general, man. We got
Isn't that
the
the
projected
new James Gunn Superman?
James Gunn Superman, all the Marvel projects from the upcoming ones from 2024 got pushed back to 2025. So we have,
Mm-hmm.
what's it called? The Anthony Mackie led Captain America film that got pushed back. Um, Good Lord, what else got pushed back? I'm blanking on names now.
Is it still
Basically
called
everything
New
that
World Order or no?
I don't know. They changed it
It
to
got
Brave New World.
right?
They changed it to some
Brave
other
New
shit,
World.
World Tour, whatever the fuck. They got all types of names. World at War. That would be
Captain America.
hard.
Captain America, not my captain.
Homeland. Captain
You
America.
want some evil shit
Captain
on
America.
some villain shit?
Mm-hmm. No, that all those movies got pushed back, save for Deadpool 3. So
Yeah.
2025 is
I
gonna
mean,
be
but
all loaded.
at this point, we're
2026 is gonna
just
be loaded too.
speculating. At this point, we're
Yeah,
just speculating when it'll come out. But the news
we
just
shall
came out
see.
today, and it's exciting. It's amazing. Fuck
We
you
will.
if you're like, oh, it's gonna be overset. Whatever, suck my dick. Uh, I'm happy as fuck. I'm excited. And if it's oversaturated, then it's oversaturated. And if it sucks, then it sucks. Oh well, who gives a fuck? I'm still
Mhm.
watching. I'm be hype as fuck every week.
I
And
think the thing
I
that
just
sets the boys universe apart is just the quality. It's like
yeah,
we talked about this before. Everything that the Marvel series that came out prior to Loki season 2, where there were more misses than hits, and then the boys has been
mostly misses. Yeah,
consistent. The boys has been very consistent.
sure. Yeah,
It's hard to find. It's hard to find like a negative with the boys. I mean, if you think about it, season 1 was probably the highest season. Season 2 was crazy, a good follow up. Season 3, everyone's like, there's a dip
kind of
there's a
yeah.
dip in quality. I'm like, that's okay. I understand, but it's not a massive, like a noticeable drop.
Right.
So it's okay, and that's why season 4 I'm excited for it. Gen V was solid, and then the Boys Mexico, of course, is going to come out after that. So we will see how they move forward with the Boys universe. I wonder if they're going to be like, oh, this is just my prediction. They're gonna be like, oh, we got a branch of VOT in Mexico now. VOT Mexico running superheroes out there and dealing with
I don't know.
different things, different crimes,
I feel
all
like
that.
it'll be something like the cartel has illegally gotten a hold of what the fuck? What's it
Compound
called?
V,
Compound V,
Compound
and
V, or that
they're
new V24.
injecting people, yeah, or whatever the fuck. Or there was like a VOT facility in
Mm-hmm.
Mexico, and since they're brown people, VOT was like experimenting on them. So there's like
Exactly.
this population of like a little town in Mexico where it's just like all these people who are descendants of people who were experimented on by VOT or whatever the fuck, or some.
So they all have powers and
It's
stuff
gonna
like that.
it's gonna talk about
Mm-hmm.
capitalism and imperialism and American what's it called, subjugation of you know
Colonial
Latin American
activity.
colonialism. Exactly, American colonialism is what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
But it's
so I
good.
mean, they
I'm
can take it any
excited,
number of
man.
ways. It'll be excited. I hope it's fun. Hope there's action. Hope it's cool. I just want to see Mexicans doing cool superhero shit or supervillain shit.
Yeah.
Both could be badass.
Yeah. Stand on it. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Stand on
Um,
business.
what's the over under on seeing a Namor analog? We're gonna
Like
see
Tenoch?
we're gonna see what's it called? Their version of Namor,
I
basically.
think
Yeah.
over. I think there's a pretty high probability of them creating a character that's like he's like a stereotypical
Ancient.
Mexican or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and they're like he actually speaks perfect English, and he's like not, and he's like he was born in the States or whatever, but they make him represent as kind of like this the Mexican
Mario
superhero,
Mario
like
Lopez.
a caricature of a Mexican character to appease to American audiences or whatever. And he
Mm-hmm.
has like movies and shit or whatever the fuck. For sure, there's gonna be a lot of that
Yup.
cultural criticism, as the boys tends to do
It's
pretty
good.
well.
It's good. We're gonna see. It's gonna be super. It's gonna be dramatic. It's gonna be you know,
funny.
just fun. Probably a little dystopian here and there, but that's okay. Speaking of dystopian, man. Speaking of dystopian,
Nice.
we actually not just saw a very a prequel to a dystopian series, The Hunger Games. We just watched The Hunger Games: Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, or Songbird and Snakes. An
That's
adaptation.
2 times you've butchered that already.
I
That's two
know,
times you
man. I
fucked up
keep
that
I
name.
keep chopping that name up, bro. Suzanne Collins, please forgive me. Lionsgate, do not cancel our bag just because I cannot speak English.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a second
I'm trying.
language.
I'm trying my best. I promise you. I'm enrolled in classes right now as I speak, as I type this visually with my voice.
hmm
Yeah, we just watched that new Hunger Games movie, the prequel. Probably one of the best movies this year. You know,
That's crazy. That's you're standing on this. You're standing
I'm
on this.
standing on it because it's just really well written, and I liked it a lot. I liked it a whole lot. I went in there. You know, we tend to watch a lot of we watch a lot of action movies on this channel, but we also like to watch a lot of auteur films, art house films. So we have a good range of tastes. And I went into this. Let's see, we just watched the Marvels the week before, so it was a good little, it was a Marvel film. It was
Uh-huh.
good, fun. It was a cute little I would almost call it a family film, so to speak, because of the family element within
Right,
the
right.
Marvels. But then coming to this, it's gritty at parts. It's also very they do a good blend of telling that story, giving you some
Uh-huh.
backstory to President Snow from the OG Hunger Games series. It's just,
Yeah.
man, I was in there. I was excited. It was great. I was shocked on parts. I was sad on parts. I got
Okay.
to give
Okay.
Rachel Ziegler props, man. She First of all, she's a phenomenal singer. She's a phenomenal singer. I know
She's an amazing
folks
singer. Yeah.
complained and said that it was too much singing in there. That's the point of the movie, man. That's the it's called The Songbird and Snakes. What you
Has Graham
mean?
seen this movie?
Yeah, Graham's seen it. Speaking of Graham
He,
and everyone else who's absent tonight, most of the team is sick. So while they're recovering in the hyperbolic time chamber, Army of Two holding it down right now. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
The reason I asked
Space
that is
Space
because
City demons in
he's
this building.
he's a notorious Constantine fan. Constantine, the
Yes.
2005 film, and it's directed
Hmm.
by the same guy, Francis Lawrence. So you know.
Yes, I saw that. And I was like, no freaking way. He
hmm
did good. He did really good.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet. Full disclosure, everybody. I haven't had time to, but I plan to. But it's really interesting because I think personally, when like the trailer first came out or when the movie was announced, I was like, I don't do really need a prequel to the Hunger Games, And
hmm
then the trailer came out, and I was just like, I'm not convinced. I was like, I don't see it. And then the reviews started coming out. Then the film came out, and people like it, dude. People are saying it's pretty good.
Be
People are
honest,
saying,
man. I was right there.
there's some detractors, obviously, like most things, right? But for the most part, what I'm seeing, like word of mouth seems to be pretty good. People who watch it, who are casual, movie going audiences, tend to enjoy it. It's so I don't know. I'm definitely excited to give it a shot. I think I'll try to keep my expectations low as to not just be disappointed. But I think if I go into it with kind of open arms and as graciously as possible, I think I'd be pleasantly surprised to walk out of that film and be like, wow, that's not bad. What's the guy's name? Tom Blythe?
Thought I got to give some. Yeah, I got to let me give some quick props to
Your boy.
what I think were the best performances. Starting off with the leading man himself, Tom Blythe. Tom Blythe acted his ass off. He
Really?
plays Coriolanus Snow so well. It gives you that good, pre-President Snow that it gives you it humanizes him. It really humanized him to the point where
He
like, oh my
acted
gosh, I
his
like this
Snow
guy.
Wussy off.
He acted his snow. Yeah, he acted
Snow Wussy.
his
He acted
blindness, y'all.
his Blythussy
He
off.
he was cooking, man. And like seeing this, you know how people are like, oh, you gotta see things in sequential order. Watch, like, for example, this is the prequel to the other Hunger Games movies and books, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, you should see that one first, then watch the other. No, watch those first. Hate that character. Watch this. You're gonna get a different perspective. It's gonna change how you feel about him.
Right,
And
right.
Tom Blythe he sold that role. He sold it well. He acted well. big ups to Tom. Other
Yes.
roles that I
That's the
want to
ending.
shout out. Yeah, big up to the Mendem. Um, Viola Davis, Auntie Vi. We were just talking about this before we started recording. She is probably one of my favorite actresses of all time, and she is terrifying in this film.
One of the
She
greatest
is
actors of all time.
she's honestly the greatest actor of all time for real. She heavy hitter. If you've seen her in one thing, you just know. You see her
You know
name
what to
attached to a
expect.
project, you know what time it is. You know she goaded. We are not talking about the Michelle Obama portrayal. That one we are just gonna pretend it don't exist. But everything
She
else that
played
she's
Michelle
done,
Obama. I totally forgot about that.
yeah, bro. I
Too
was like,
bad.
man. And I don't know if that's her fault, if that's the writing or what, but
It's also
we'll.
hard to portray somebody who's real, one, but
Mm-hmm.
then someone who was so recent in like the collective
Yep.
consciousness of us as like as a country and as a culture. Michelle Obama was what, first lady,
Like
what,
maybe 8 years
2008
ago. Mm-hmm.
or
2008 to
more,
2016.
14 or something like that. Yeah, 2008,
Yep.
2016, something like that. So, that's a person who was in the collective consciousness pretty, so it's hard to portray someone who's very much alive and very present in our day-to-day lives as Americans, so I feel like that might have played something to do. But no, you're right. That's actually something that I think I kind of admire about Viola, is that there's no project that's like too like beneath her. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
a that's an EGOT winner,
The GOAT, bro. The
Viola
real,
Davis,
the real GOAT.
and so
Mm-hmm.
she's a fucking EGOT winner, and there's not a role or a franchise or a film or a character that she thinks is, but she's been in the fucking DC in the Suicide Squad. She did the
Mm-hmm.
of Hunger Games movie, and then she
Mm-hmm.
can go from doing that to doing Fences, and
Bro,
to
yes,
doing the
Fences,
Woman
bro.
King,
I was about to
you know.
mention that, and then How to
Yeah,
Get Away with
so
Murder, The Help, all
exactly.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Already
One of
like
the one of
phenomenal performance.
mm-hmm. One
And
of her
so,
best, probably one of her greatest performances up there for sure,
and so
for
I really
surely.
love how committed she is to every project she does, every character she does, and that's just really inspiring. And I admire her for it, because how many times have we seen motherfuckers you know, selling,
She's just too
selling
good,
shit in or whatever, or like,
phoning it in.
phoning it in is
No,
what I was trying to say
she's
by right
way
there.
too good, man. Another
Who else
actor
was it?
another actor I wanna shout out is Josh Andres Rivera. Played
Oh, her
Sejanus
boyfriend,
Split. Yeah, he played
Rachel's
Rachel's
real life
boyfriend.
boyfriend.
Rachel's man's is in there. He acted his ass off.
Really?
He
He was
went
good.
hard. He was solid. He was really solid. He plays kind of I guess, the moral dilemma within President Snow, if you think
The moral
about it, because he's
fulcrum of the
because
story.
he's the son of a wealthy, socialite
Aristocrat.
in the aristocrat within the Panem, and he wants to help the people. He wants to really help the people. And Snow starts off with like a decent character in this film. And then we see the devolution into the Snow that we see on
And
the
then he
Hunger Games
becomes
movies.
a
He becomes
fascist.
president. He becomes, yeah, he straight to the fascism, straight to the, what I'm saying, he basically turns into like,
All it took was a brown woman to break his fucking heart, and he said, "Oh, bet I'll
he said,
become
now I'm
a
racist.
horrendous motherfucker." Yeah, he said, "Now I'm
He
racist."
said, now
Well,
I'm
fuck.
racist.
Yeah, I'm gonna just
He
become a
became
horrendous
evil
piece of
off
shit.
just off that whole movie. But you see how it goes down, and it's like, wow. And
Brown poop
Josh's
got him
character,
acting crazy.
Josh, Josh's character, he's Snow's best friend, and he kind of tries to be that voice, that good, that battle between good and evil
Angel on
going
his
within,
shoulder.
basically. So I liked his performance. And then Peter Dinklage is in this. Peter Dinklage, automatically, you already know, my
I love
goat,
him. Yeah, he's
my
amazing.
goat. Another one I got to shout out is Jason Schwartzman. Bro
Oh,
played,
I forgot he's in this. Yeah, he
yeah,
he
bro.
plays the Stanley Tucci esque role, right?
Exactly. That's the first thing Ashley said. He plays Stanley Tucci's character in this movie.
Right, right.
Um or a similar one. I forgot what Stanley Tucci's guy's name was.
Something
Um
flicker weed or something like that. Not that, but some goofy ass.
Flickerman.
Yeah. That sounds about
This
right.
guy's his character is Lucretius Flickerman.
Lucretius.
Um
Oh shit. Yeah, Black
Yeah.
Mama. Lucretius. He's mixed. He's light
Lucretius
skinned. He's light skinned.
Flickerman. He's biracial. Oh, he's
Biracial
Caesar
king.
Flickerman. Oh, he's gotta be so Caesar. He's
He's
gotta be
he's like his grandpa or his
yeah.
dad or
That's what I'm
something.
about to say. He's gotta be his
Oh, okay.
grandfather, his
Oh
granddaddy.
yeah, Caesar Flickerman is Stanley Tucci.
Because this is set like
Jason
60
Schwartz.
years before the Katniss Hunger
60?
Games,
God
something
damn,
like that.
how old is Snow in the original movies? 90?
Something like that. In this one, he's like
Somebody's like
18,
20 years old.
19. Yeah, he was like
Yeah.
18, 19. But in the other one, in
He's
the
28
main one,
years
he's
old.
like 50, 60, 70 years old, some shit like that. I'm trying to see what it says on here. It doesn't have a statement of it. I just know it's like way before.
Way in the past. Yeah.
Uh-huh. A long time ago.
And I've also heard
But
it
yeah,
ties into like the original trilogy, and there's like callbacks and stuff, and like it
there's a
all like
lot.
ties in and stuff. Did you find that kind of annoying? I
No,
mean,
I
I
thought it was
know
great.
we're
I
we're
thought it was a
huge
great way
consumers
to
of fandom, and movie studios and production companies are big on like, oh, remember this thing from this other thing that you watched that was really cool that you kind of like, and now they were mentioning it. Like, and I know that can get kind of annoying, but for the
Mhm.
most part, I feel like people thought the same, felt pretty good about how that was done or handled or executed in
I
Ballads
thought
of
it was I
Songs
thought it
and
was
Snakes.
I thought it was great, man. I thought it was
So there was cooking.
I thought they did a good job with this one. I thought the tie-ins were well placed. It didn't feel overbearing. It also felt like if you knew nothing about the Hunger Games, you can watch this and then go
Uh
watch
huh.
the other ones and you'd be just fine. Of course, it's a prequel,
Mm,
so it has to lead into those other movies. But
right,
they did
right.
a good job
Snow
of
can't die
God
at the
damn
end.
man,
Snow
we're
can't die
getting
at the end.
Rockets getting cooked right now, bro. 108 to 97 versus Denver. You hate to
We
see
lost
it.
to fucking Dallas last night too. That was
Hate to
ridiculous.
see it. We're getting cooked. We're
Fucking
getting
hate to see
embarrassed.
it, bro.
Not on my watch. I'm gonna stand in. I'm gonna step in. Anyways, go out there and see the Hunger Games. If you haven't seen it yet, we won't talk too much further. I don't want to spoil it. But if you read the book for this, then you already know. You kind of know what happens. But it's a very very good telling of that story. Speaking of a good telling of stories from literature media into screen, man, uh,
Nice.
an incredible story from the comics from man, how am I blanking on the comic company? We'll come back to that. Invincible is what I'm about to talk about, or we're leading
Mhm.
into. Um, and it's so good, bro. Oh my gosh, it's
Look,
so
and this
good.
is it is good, and this is from a convert, right? I just finished watching
Yes,
it. I was
we
late to the
converted
train
him.
because I was iffy on season one. I was like, the animation sucks dick. I was like, this is kind of like stupid and kind of boring. Like I was like, it's just like I didn't see anything like too interest. Like the violence was cool and the action was cool, and I was like, okay, that's kind of new for like an animated superhero show, and that's interesting. But
Bro
other
said
than
he
that,
liked
I'll just
violence.
yeah. But other than that, I was just like, like what is there new to offer until like the end of this, Omni Man's spoiler alert, Omni Man's heel turn, and all this shit, and so like I said, I watched the first 4 episodes. I binged them, and fuck, dude, it's good, bro. It's so fucking good.
This is
I will say, I think, and I mentioned this, and y'all, Gerardo called me crazy. I think the pacing is a little strange. I think it's a little. I think it's very fast. Because in one episode, the principal's like, Mark, or no, Cecil's talking to Mark, and he's like, "You need to graduate. You can't not graduate." And the next episode, he's like, "Graduated," or whatever. And you're just like, "What the fuck? How much time has passed? Has it been weeks? Has it been months?" In one episode, he's like, "Oh, it's been a month since what happened with my dad." And then by like episode 4, it's like, "It's been
6 months.
6 months
That
or
baby's
whatever."
not
You're
six
like,
months. Yeah, he said something like that. I'm like
"Yeah,
six
the
months.
baby's not 6 months." You're like, "What the fuck is going on?" So
The timeline tracking is kind of hard on this. So,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
it's
not like
that.
they're gonna be like 5 months later or some shit like that. They're just gonna
I
let you
mean,
infer.
why not?
They should.
Well,
I would love that so I can
I
know
would
what's
love
going
it too
on.
as well. Yeah,
I'm a
but I was gonna say,
very linear person. I don't want to be like guessing, bro.
no,
It's
I
too
know, and
difficult.
look, I understand a lot of it has to do with the fact that the comics are so like there's a lot of story to cover. right? And I haven't read the comics all the way through, so don't crucify me, but so I don't know exactly how quickly or what they're skipping, or how close an adaptation it is to what happened in the comics. But I know it's a lot of story to tell, so I know that that's probably why they're moving so fast. But it's a little jarring sometimes, kind of catches me off
Very.
guard. But I think that's a small gripe to have with an overall great show.
I
I
just
think.
ordered
Oh, go
the
for
I
it.
just ordered the what's it called, the compendium of
Mm-hmm.
Invincible, so I can have all the
All
everything.
of them.
Because I've
8
read I've
volumes,
read it
no?
I've read it, and it has, oh my gosh, Compendium One has, I don't even know how many. I will have to see when it gets here in like a couple of days. But you know, there's a lot that's about to happen in season two, and I want to re up on what I've read so far, and then of course
Yeah.
read what I don't. I know everyone's like, "Yo, you're gonna spoil the TV show for you." I'm like, yeah, but some things don't happen in the some things don't happen bar
In the
for bar,
show that
word for
happened.
word.
Yeah.
It's like Civil War in Captain America Civil War. The Stanford incident didn't happen, but there was a
Mm-mm.
similar incident that triggered the Sokovia Accords, which is the Superhero
Sokovia, yeah.
Registration Act. So it's the same.
Mhm.
It's a similar things go down. It's just they don't tell you everything. Now, there's a certain character
Right.
that's going to show up here in a little bit. Her name's Anissa. When she shows up, it's over, bro. It's over. The internet is going to explode. I promise you. I
Much like
promise
Mark,
you. I explode. All right.
those those who be knowing, be
Those
knowing. Or
the
what do you
knowers who
knowers that
know,
be knowing?
and those who don't know, the not knowers who do not know, y'all don't know. We're
There
gonna
you go.
market that. We're gonna get a shirt. The knowers who know. Check
It's
our
kind of
link. The
convoluting.
Patreon coming soon. The
Yeah, the
Patreon
merch
coming.
store.
Merch
What
store,
was I gonna say? Oh,
sinestroshop.com.
nice. That's actually a really good name.
Sinestro Shop.
Sinestroshop.com.
Mm-hmm.
Something I
Bro.
was going to say that I really wanted to talk about really quick is I think the needle drops in this season
Mm-hmm.
are fucking amazing, dude. They work so well. They help to set the tone for the episode, set the
Mm.
mood, kind of draw the audience in. It's so good. Like the beginning of episode 4, and I didn't do sufficient research, so apologies to those involved. But whatever song was playing at the beginning of episode 4, when we're having Omni Man's kind of not backstory, but we're being filled into what happened after he
Mm-hmm.
left Earth and after what happened at the end of season 1. It was just like so good. Like not a word was spoken the entire time. It was just music and character development happening visually with not
Emotion.
in
Raw emotion
motion,
with
and
no words.
it was so good. Every needle drop they've used, every song's a fucking banger. They're telling a story through music so beautifully and so well. And I would just like to really thank like give props like to the music
Music director.
supervisors, the music
Mm-hmm.
supervisors, the music production coordinators, and like people like Gabe Hilfer and Henry Van Roden and Caitlin Del Don. All these people who not many people know or talk about or you know think about, but man, I think they fucking everybody involved in those decisions that need to be made are fucking amazing. 'Cause that's one of my favorite parts of season 2 so far is the needle drops and the
Absolutely,
music.
bro. I think that's one thing we talked about when the first or second episode came out, and they had that Radiohead song play. I'm like, bro,
Oh
see,
yeah,
good,
oh yeah.
good shit right
Ramen
here,
had
boys. That
Ramen
good
Gerardo
shit.
was fucking
They were
dripping,
nerding
bro.
out, bro.
They're dripping, bro.
Shooting
Fucking
thick ropes, like that's how they're.
ass, bro.
We just love music on this channel, man. Like we love Spotify Rap just came out today, and apparently I listened to
Man,
49 days worth of music in this year. It was like 71,000 minutes. I'm pretty sure
I
about
listened to
10,000 of those were music, like music from shows and stuff.
listened to 100 and something thousand minutes.
Good God, man, we in here, we tuned in. The knowers who know, bro. Y'all not
Dopamine
understanding me
receptor
right now.
My dopamine receptors are fucking fried, dude. They're
Turned up,
fucking cooked.
dude.
They're
Another
fucking
speaking of
cooked.
cooked, you know who got cooked, bro?
Ooh.
You know who got cooked, man? Freaking Allen. R.I.P.
Oh
my
yeah.
boy. We gotta
All
pour
right.
this one out for Allen the Alien. He got packed up. And I knew it was coming, but goddamn, seeing that in animation was wild.
Mhm.
Bro got deleted. Bro got deleted. I will never
Graham,
forgive. I will never forgive the
you know
Viltrumites.
something that I noticed about this season that kind of threw me for a loop because it was super like obvious, and I was like, yeah, "What the fuck is going on?" Is like
Mm-hmm.
the voice acting is so much better. I think I don't know if it's the quality of stuff that like the I don't know if it's the sound mixing or the actors are maybe just like a lot more checked in, a lot more tuned in to the
Mm-hmm.
characters and to the process and to the project as a whole. But for example, Stephen Yun's I think performance in season 2 is miles better than it was in season 1. He just
Yep.
sounds so much better. He doesn't really sound like it doesn't sound like Steven Yeun. It sounds like Mark. You know, like it
Mm-hmm.
sounds like so like a character. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like it's not Steven Yeun reading lines for an animated character. Like it sounds
He's
like
embodying the
he's
character
embodying
more.
somebody. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
slightly different from him, but and J.K. Simmons is obviously phenomenal, but I feel Sandra Oh sounds a lot better as well. I just all the Ross Marquardt, by the way,
Freaking
voices like
crazy.
4 or 5 different
Mm-hmm.
characters. That motherfucker's. I hope he's getting a check for each character he voices
Bro is
because that
all over the
he
place.
is
Like he's
working. They got
mm-hmm.
that motherfucker working. But
He in
yeah,
there
so
he in there putting up a crazy stat line. Bro looked like Wembanyama if he played for the Rockets. Goat. Bro
when
looked like
Benyama
bro looked
for the
like
Rockets.
96 Michael Jordan.
There
Bro
you
looked
go.
like
Yeah.
23 jersey, 23 Bulls jersey Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that motherfucker. He voices Rudy. He voices the Immortal. He voices
Mm-hmm.
uh,
I'm looking
a
at
bunch of other characters,
the
but that
yup.
was off the top
I'm
of my
looking at
head.
the
Rudy, the
cast list right
Immortal.
now.
Who else?
Rudy,
The
the
Immortal
Immortal,
or Immortal? I forget. I don't know what his name
Abraham Lincoln looking motherfucker.
is.
Uh,
Who else?
and like he's done so much voice work. It even says various on his little thing here. It doesn't even
It
say
just
which
says
one.
various.
It just says
So many,
various. Bro
all of
is
them.
all over the place. But that's another good point you brought up. There's a bunch of other actors, voice actors or actresses that are playing multiple folks, like Grey Griffin, who voiced or Grey Delisle. She has voiced the majority of like our childhood, man. She has
Mm-hmm.
voiced so much. I don't even know where to start. If I pull up her voiceography, filmography,
Sterling K. Brown's killing it this season, by the
he is
way,
as
too.
Angstrom Levy,
Angstrom. Yeah, yeah, he's awesome.
goat, the goat.
They got David Diggs
Gray.
in this bitch. Did you notice that?
I know he was in there to be a hater. I see the vision.
Omni Man hater.
He just like me.
Man, kill
He
this
just
bitch. I
like
get
me.
it.
Nah, Gray voiced so much. And then seeing her in this is fantastic.
Oh
I'm trying to
yeah,
see
she
the
does.
TV show. There we go. She's in Johnny Bravo, Rugrats.
Oh, Gray
I'm like
Griffin,
90% sure she was Azula in Avatar, right?
probably.
She's Asajj Ventress in Clone Wars. I remember that. But yeah, and
Nice.
then she's playing in Invincible. She plays Rachel, Shrinking Ray, and then she plays Monster Girl, and then some
Hey.
other roles too. There's a bunch of different roles that she's in.
Also, now that Adam Eve is of age, I need
Oh
that Adam Mussy
boy,
boy.
is it
The Adam Eve
that
Mussy boy.
Adam Musi
She bad as hell.
Atusi?
I need Graham on
Oh,
here, or Graham or Gerardo, somebody who knows these comics a little bit better to come on here and explain what her power set is, because it's so confusing to me. Because I'm like,
it's like
I thought she could make, I thought she was doing like an Invisible Woman kind of thing where she like made force fields or like shot like, like force blasts out of her hands and can manipulate those blasts and make circles and shields and floating platforms. But she can
the way
manipulate the like matter and make it into something that like she can make an apple and make it 24 karat gold, and she can
yeah.
manipulate like pillars, stone pillars, and make them into like a swing set or something. Like it's strange. I don't know. I'm really curious as to what her
The
power, like
way
the
the
extent of her
way I
powers.
see it is like if she's like um Jean Grey, but like She can do matter manipulation, energy manipulation. She can basically whatever her mind sees, she can create type thing. Like that's what
She's
it's
like
looking like.
Franklin,
That's
except she can't manipulate reality. I think would be the
hmm
only difference, right?
yeah, pretty
She
much.
can manipulate matter. She has telekinesis, and she can like manipulate what energy blasts or whatever the fuck. So
hmm
I don't know. She's pretty OP. She's pretty cool. I like her. I
She's
like her
probably
power
she's.
set.
I want to say she's the strongest character in all this. That's just my
Mm,
my
you think
my.
so? Stronger than Omni Man?
I'm pretty sure if she wanted to do whatever the Omni, she remember she has mental blocks too right now. So if she gets past whatever block she's having, she can destroy Omni
She
Man.
has
That's just
mental
me.
blocks.
Yeah, she's just like me
She has
for
mental
real.
blocks.
hmm
When did she get mental blocks?
I guess trauma from
I do not.
childhood.
I do not remember that. She's that one bitch from Gen V. What's her name?
Oh, the
The
blonde
hot girl.
one,
Ah, damn, I forgot her name. Amy?
Kate.
Kate. Why did I say Amy? I don't know. That seemed
Close
like a good
enough.
guess.
Close
Close
enough.
enough. Yeah, she looks like Amy. But yeah,
Yep.
man. I'm liking. I don't know. I'm on this trend where I'm liking season twos better than I'm liking season one. I like Loki season two better. I think Invincible season two is a lot better. I like that. I like the. I really one thing I really liked from the first season was that gimmick where they were like, "No, he's," and it would just cut to the title card. You know, I thought
hmm
that was really neat. I thought it
That's
was really cool. It would get more and more like beaten up and bloody as the season went on. And then in
yup.
the first couple episodes of this season, they were just saying it. They were saying
hmm
invincible, whereas we hadn't really ever heard it in season one. I thought that was really kind of cool and neat little Easter egg, for those who notice and who pay attention to that. And I thought it was really just neat, and like I like that kind of attention to detail and stuff. Now that he's more
Yep.
established, hate, and again, sorry, I'm rambling, but I don't know if this is accurate in the comics that Mark just gets his ass whooped so much, and maybe it is, maybe that's kind of like the point of the character. The point of the comics is that
hmm
he's kind of like pretty bad at what he does, or he's bad for a really long time. It's really fucking annoying. Like it frustrates me. I'm just like, bro, fuck, you don't win shit. You don't win dick. You never win a fucking fight. And it's really frustrating when the protagonist of your story is just supposed
Getting
to
his
like
ass
fight a
beat.
lot and doesn't win exactly, and it just pisses
He
me
be
off,
getting
man.
cooked. If anyone gets cooked in any like medium across all mediums, it's gotta be a Mark. Mark be getting fucked up, bro.
Fucking bitch ass
Like
boy, bro.
forget if we just go off of that fight with him versus Omni Man. I'm not gonna go into the other fights that happened throughout that season or this season too. Bro got pummeled. Bro got his face
So,
used as a windshield wiper for a train. That is crazy. That is insane. And then in season two, when it's Omni Man versus the Viltrum, Omni Man and Mark versus the Viltrumites, bro
yeah,
got
yeah.
like demolished.
Got
He
packed
held
up
his own for a
again.
second, and it's because he's holding back. It's gonna be they're gonna play onto that trope of this character is born into an evil race and he's trying to be a good
Yeah,
person and prove that he's not like his race's normal
right,
characteristics. But because
right,
he's
right,
holding back from that, that's what gets him beat to shit. And once he
right.
stops
It's what's
holding back, he's gonna start like
he'll achieve his true
winning, but
potential.
he's gonna be worried about diving too far into that power
And he
and
said himself,
becoming
I don't want to kill people. Like I don't kill people. It's not what
exactly.
I do. So again, I haven't read the
He's
comics, so I don't
better.
know.
He's
I'm
better
sure.
than he's better than most. No, I won't say that. I want us to get bounced off the
I was
air.
gonna say, I was gonna say, I
Uh,
was thinking that too. Like evil
yeah,
race, you're born into evil, and I want to be. I was like,
we're not gonna say that.
but and I'm sure, like I said, I haven't read the comics. I'm sure that's something that gets explored and explained and answered later on. But as of right now, 2 seasons in, it's really fucking frustrating because I don't know how many seasons you're gonna do. But the goddamn, I want to see Mark win once, bro. Catch a dub once
Without
because at this
getting thrown through
yeah,
buildings.
'cause at this point, it's like, bro, you're gonna lose every fight he's in. I'm like, you're gonna lose. You're gonna get packed up because you're dog shit. You're ass, bro.
He's not like me. I'm
But
not scared of Mark, bro. Honestly, that's why they didn't put me in the Invincible universe. Because if it was Invincible, if I
It's
was
an arch
Invincible,
nemesis.
he'd be looking very invincible. If you ask
The
me.
show would be called Vincible. Yeah, 'cause It would be one episode, and then that's it. You kill
It
him,
would be
and
it would be first fight and then the title card and then the IN would just drop off and that'd be the end of the show.
there you
You
go.
dead.
Yep,
One
the
hit.
IM.
I'm
Yeah,
coming.
boom.
I'm gonna shave my head and become One Punch Man. It's that bald head aggression, bro. I'll whoop his ass. I'm telling you. I'll whoop his
Same,
ass.
but yeah.
It's
So
real. Look at Caillou. Caillou's a demon. Look at Lil Bill.
the most evil motherfuckers of all time, Caillou.
Caillou hit the list for top 10, top like 20 most hated characters, and he was like in
That's
the top
really funny.
5. That's insane.
That's really funny that happened. Bro. That's crazy.
Caillou,
it's
bro.
It's the cancer.
He's worse than what's her name? Cersei.
Cersei Lannister.
From I was like, how are you even on this list, bro? You're a little kid. You're 4 years old and you're a terrorist. Like,
Evil
that's
little
wild.
kid. He's a piece. Come on, bro.
I'm really interested to see how they do the remainder of this season, but also like, diving into Omni-Man's, change of heart, and I want to see what happens in the next episode. We're about to be in a pause from this show for a while because they're taking a break on the second season.
Which is bullshit, by the way. And the season has 8 episodes, and we're having a mid-season break. That's fucking ridiculous. If the fucking season had 23 episodes, I get it, right? Because it's running basically an entire school year from like from August to May, So mid-break season makes sense. It's 8 fucking episodes, dog. It's 2 months.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I feel like it's okay for them to take a break if it's something about to do with we have to animate this or reanimate that or what. Animation is a very slept on, almost disrespected medium.
Yeah, it's a very tedious process as well.
And a lot of especially animating something from the comics too. There's very specific details you got to pay attention to, and you got to make sure you get it right because there's going to be the people who like like us on this channel that we read the comics and we know what's supposed to be going on. We're gonna have the naysayers and the critics, and then of course all the talk we heard about the environment within animation for like Sony or Marvel with like Spider-Verse or whatever other animated project has come out the last few years. People are wanting to stand up for VFX, stand up for the animation guild, which we support that too, man, for sure. The same way we've been supporting the actors and the writers, we stand on business for the animation guild, Teamsters, all that. They deserve good working conditions. But shouldn't be rushed. The reason why a lot of the stuff is crap is because we get a lot of rushed projects, and I want them to make this really good for the future of Invincible.
Yeah, but like I had mentioned, is like in the group chat was if the problem and the whole issue was that it's because the animation isn't done and we need to take a mid-season break so we can finish. Push the whole season back. Push it back a month. Push it back 2 months. That's fine. It'll be okay. I'm sure most people would much rather get those 8 weeks straight, or I don't know what they do, 3 episodes and then an episode a week or 2 and then a week or whatever the fuck. I forgot how they released this, but most people would like to be able to get those back to back to back to back to back, as opposed to have this mid-season break. And look, better working conditions for animators, better working conditions for VFX artists. That's first and foremost, without a doubt. And I'm speaking strictly from if that's not the case, if the working conditions are favorable, which let's be honest, they're probably not, then the company's being greedy. They're being greedy and they just want to release this as quickly as possible. And then animators like, we can't fucking do this. We need some time to catch up on the animation. They're like, okay, I don't know how long is the break, a month or something? They come back in January?
Sometime in
Is that true?
2024. I think so. I want to say January or February.
When is Invincible come back?
Man.
Part 2, early to mid 2024. That's crazy. Early to mid 2024.
So we're probably looking at February.
Don't release the fucking season.
We're looking
what
at
are you
February.
doing? Holy shit, bro!
We're looking at season 2. February. February-ish.
That's crazy, bro. Push the whole fucking thing back. Don't release this shit until January of 2024.
That way you can go all the way to
You know?
Yep.
That's crazy, bro.
I'm
Those poor
seeing it
fucking
now. Yeah,
those poor animators, bro.
because
I was gonna say, I hope they're
here's
not getting overworked, but they are.
here's another side of the coin too. From the like, if you're a viewer, right? A delay like this, some people are going to lose interest. Some people are going to find something else to watch and not come back. There's those folks who they're not going to be dialed in all the way to the max. So the minute
Mhm.
people's attention spans, people have the attention span of a goldfish, man. Gotta be on
Right.
TikTok or whatever. You lose track of something. You're not paying attention closely, right?
Mhm.
People are, let's say we're on an Invincible high right now. Everyone's watching Invincible, blah blah blah. You cut that high off, they're like, well, okay, let me go move to the next thing.
Right.
I don't know what show or movie is gonna be in between now and then, like Aquaman. No
Oh,
one's really on a high for that,
no one's gonna
but
watch that shit.
but let's just
You heard
throw
it.
another
You heard
series
it
in
here.
there.
Heard it here first, folks. No one's gonna watch that shit.
Aquaman
Uncle shit.
allegations.
Shit, woman.
They're not beating the allegations of being trash. Anyways, yeah, that's the point. It's gonna be people are gonna lose interest, and then now what? You're gonna have to try and find a way to garner that interest back for those who fell off.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think you're right about them needing to release it all at within the same time frame.
Mhm.
So I get that too. I also get, like, if they're taking a break because of working conditions, I understand that fully. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot to think on that part right there, man. I don't know. We've seen a lot of crazy stuff happen this year. Seen a lot of crazy stuff within Hollywood, within the media, um, and I'm hoping that it's not. I'm hoping that it's not the whole bad working conditions, because then Amazon's fucking up. I wouldn't be surprised,
Bro,
because it's
come
Amazon.
on, bro. They
They
have
they be
terrible
peeing
working
in bottles
conditions in
at the
their
warehouse.
factories.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. You don't think
yeah,
they're gonna have terrible working conditions in their animation
exactly. And
department of Amazon Prime?
uh-huh. Somebody
Come
getting
on, bro.
paid
If they can,
19 or
if they can, I
$17 an hour to deliver these
was
packages
gonna
to you, and they
say,
can't
I
stand
was
or
gonna say,
sit or eat. And
I was gonna say, if they can abuse, uh, a single father of three who works at their Amazon warehouse, who's probably an ex-convict and is tatted up, you don't think they're gonna abuse some fucking nerds
mhm.
who draw for a living? Come on, bro. Come on.
They're gonna bully the animators. I see it. We beefing with Bezos. Dang,
Yeah.
Rockets lost 134 to 124. I hate to see it, man. My team,
God damn,
my
bro.
city can't have anything, bro. We can't have nothing
Wait,
nice, bro. I
Dynamo,
swear to God,
Dynamo gonna be LAFC, bro.
this is it. I'm putting all my money. I'm putting all my money on the Dynamo parlay right there.
On my chips, on my
I'm
chips.
betting. I'm betting the neighborhood, not even just the house. All y'all's houses, the neighborhood. I'm betting
You're
the city of
welcome.
Houston on on this.
That's this Saturday, bro.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be a good
We
time,
got this. We got this. Don't fuck it up,
because
boys.
clearly the refs have an agenda against us in the NFL, so we lost that. Refs have an agenda against us in baseball, so we lost that. And then
I
this
guess we
right
did.
here,
That's
the
true.
Rockets just getting cooked by. And I mean,
Motherfuckers
it's
hate.
the
They hate
reigning.
seeing.
They hate seeing greatness. They don't want to see good.
They hate
Bro,
seeing greatness.
I'm telling you, the knowers who know
Be knowing.
that we be knowing, and the not knowers who don't know, they don't know. It's that simple.
Don't be
It's that
knowing.
simple.
It's
They
that
do not
simple,
be
bro.
knowing.
It's easy mathematics. Easy mathematics.
Quick
I know
maps.
they're out to get us. Quick maths.
They
Quick
hate us
maths.
so bad, bro. They hate us bad.
They hate us because they ain't us, bro.
Speaking of Invincible again, let's talk about bearded Omni Man. That's a look. I like that.
Sexy. I love it.
Grow
I
grow
fuck
that
with
beard
it.
out. Grow that beard out, Nolan. I'm trying to see. I see the
Daddy.
vision. I see the vision.
See the vision.
Said Daddy Man.
Daddy man. Daddy
I see
man.
the vision.
Omni
Nah,
man.
bro has a full all the Viltrum men have mustaches. I'm like, that's
Also, we
crazy.
need to talk about
They look
how
like cops.
Omni man. They are cops. They're space cops. They're space
Pretty much.
colonizers. They're space
Pretty
colonizers.
much.
But
And they do exactly what you would expect a cop to do.
um, but
Speaking
can we talk
from
about how?
prior
Can we talk about
experience.
how? Can we talk about how Omni Man is just fucking every creature he comes across?
Omni-Man need to change his name to Horny Man right now.
Just like
Bro
me,
landed
bro. He
on
just like me.
Thraxis, and he's just
Tapping
beating
them bug cheeks,
the bug
boy.
doonies down. He beating the bug
The
doonies
bug dude. He beating that exoskeleton to smithereens, bro.
down. That thorax.
That thorax.
That boy is a freak
damn,
man.
damn, bitch, you got a fat ass thorax on you,
That
girl.
boy is a freak man.
Throw that thorax back, baby girl.
I'm glad they kept up with his deal from season one, the shock value, because the season one he in the first episode he murdered the entire Guardians of the Globe, and now he's murdering that Thraxton cooch right now, freaky ass boy,
nice, freaky ass boy.
freaky ass boy.
Honestly, if I was a space refugee, I get it. I would too.
I see the vision.
When in Rome, when on
When in
Thraxis.
When on Thraxis. That boy is wild. That boy is wild. You know what I'm ready for? I'm ready to see Thrag.
Who's Thrag?
Oh wait, how far into season 4? Did you watch all of season 4 already?
Of what?
I mean season 4, episode 4 of season 2.
Yeah. Oh, the guy at the end. Yeah.
Yep.
Is he cool?
Thrag, my goat, my nemesis.
The guy who
My
gives
nemesis.
Mark the ultimatum, right?
Mm-hmm. That's him. I'm trying to see something real quick. What's old boy's name from
Oh yes, my favorite.
from Hawkeye?
What do you mean, oh boy?
What's his name, bro? I can't believe
Actor?
I'm blanking on names. Yes, Tony Dalton.
Oh, what about Tony Dalton?
Would
Tony
be a great
Dalton,
live action Thrag.
Mexican.
Tony Dalton would be a fantastic live action Thrag.
Name's Antonio.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So he just
Tony
go
Dalton.
by Tony Dalton just
Mexican American.
because?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because it's easier to get cast if your name is Tony as opposed to Álvaro Luis Bernat Dalton. Se llama.
Good thing my name is Matthew. Feels
He was born in Laredo.
My goat. He just became my goat.
His dad is Mexican and his mom is white.
White. No, a name like Tony Dalton.
Álvaro Luis Bernat Dalton. But his dad's Mexican, so did he keep his mom's name?
Sounds like it.
Did dad pull a Mexican and leave?
He pulled an Omni-Man. Took off. He's smashing on Thraxton right now.
Hey, just like me, boy. Bring that thorax here, bitch.
That thorax here. I'm trying to see. What's it called? Who's the voice actor for
Thrag?
Yeah, it's not showing up on here. God dang it!
I have to pull up the episode and look it up
on doing
Amazon Prime.
Well,
Clancy Brown, the guy from Gen V, the principal.
Clancy Brown, my goat, who also plays Damien, the demon detective, Damien Darkblood from season 1.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Clancy Brown has been in his motherfucking bag, bro. He's everywhere.
I didn't know he was that big a voice actor.
He's one of the biggest voice actors if you think about it, bro. He's at least on the male side. He acts in damn near everything. He was Mr. Krabs. He was what's it called? Lex Luthor in the animated series of DC. He was what's it called? Surtur in Thor. Savage Opress in Star Wars Clone Wars.
Who's Savage?
Mm-hmm.
He's in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
He's my goat, bro. He's in literally everything.
Holy
He's too
shit.
fucking good.
Oh, he was in Star Wars Rebels. I remember he was the mayor of whatever the fuck
he's an Highlander.
Fall, no?
Mm-hmm. The Lothalian mayor, and he's also in
senator or whatever.
And he's in Ahsoka as Ryder Azadi. Yup.
Yeah.
He was Richard Brink, Professor Brink. Brink got packed up too, man.
You know Peter Cullen is in this.
Oh yeah, as the that leader dude. Forgot his name. Dang
The
it.
snake ass bitch.
Yeah, bro. Put my boy in a pack.
R.I.P. Allen.
Diabolical. R.I.P. My boy Allen. Pouring one up for Allen right now. Yeah, bro. Clancy Brown is in everything. He's gonna play Salvatore Moroni in the Penguin.
Oh,
Holy
he is.
shit, that's a solid casting.
He's gonna play Salvatore Moroni.
That is a solid casting. Yeah, bro.
And it's
That's
bad, bro.
insane.
I didn't even know that.
Bro, oh my gosh, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this.
The boy
I'm
cooking.
so ready. He about to cook. He about to cook with grease.
That motherfucker's from Ohio.
My GOAT, Ohio legend right there. He was in The Flash as General Wade Eiling. I remember that.
I don't remember that. I don't remember
I try not to remember The Flash after like season 2 or 3. I just pretend it don't exist.
that. I had Damien Darkblood.
He was in The Mandalorian as Berg. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My GOAT, Clancy Brown, top one actor, top one voice actor. Dude, he's in everything. I'm looking at his filmography right now. This is crazy. This is crazy. He was in Jackie Chan Adventures. Yes, sir.
Damn. As Jackie Chan?
No. No. He was definitely in Avatar: The Last Airbender. I remember that. Long Fang.
He's Lo Fang.
Mm-hmm.
He can play Lo Fang, but he can't play Jackie Chan. Are you kidding me?
He was Yakone in Korra. Fuck yeah. Dude, that's
We'll be here for
crazy.
hours just looking up his shit, bro.
I know. The list is too long. Even got video game performances. I'm not even going to get into that. That's too many.
Too
Way
much.
too many.
Too goated.
Goat actor, goat series, goat show. Can't hate on it. Can't hate on it. Gotta love it. I'm excited for the rest of season 2. I'm excited for everything coming up in here in the next couple months, going into the end of 2023 and into the beginning of 2024. We're really ready to wrap up this year with Aquamid, Wonka, The Color Purple. Wish
Iron
is out in
Claw.
theaters right now. Iron Claw is coming up. We ready for that. We should have been at that premiere. Mistakes were made, but we're gonna
Not
be there
next time,
next.
though.
We're gonna be there next time, baby. Or that meme of Terrence
For,
Howard, next time, baby.
for Iron Claw 2.
Iron Claw 2, two iron, 2 claw.
2 Iron, 2 Claw. There you go.
We'll be there. Then Iron Claw 3, Claw Drift, Iron Drift.
Iron Claw 4.
The iron and the claw. Iron Claw. This is gonna be Iron Claw.
Iron
And
Claw.
it's an A,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a 4.
Yeah. Iron Claw.
What do you call it, fam?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Iron Claw is
Or
just a 4.
like the Left 4 Dead games where the fingers be coming up. It's gonna be Iron Claw. It's gonna be a 4.
Iron Claw 5 is gonna be the Iron Claw and the Iron Claws,
the W
but
is
it's a
gonna
5. It's a 5 instead of an S.
Bro, let us cook right now. Let us cook right
bro.
now. The knowers who know, bro. We are the knowers who know.
IRFC 24.
I'm telling you, put us in there. But yeah, man, we're just ready to wrap up the year. But that's a wrap for today's episode. We appreciate y'all watching or listening. Watching? Good God. Remember, I can't.
Y'all should be watching.
Yeah, watching and or listening to our channel. Your job is to go ahead and follow us on all platforms at Cinestro Corp today. To stay tuned on everything we got coming up for the rest of this year and going into 2024. Go ahead and Viltrumite smash the MF like button and subscribe button. Show us how much you enjoyed our episode by leaving us a 5-star review wherever you listen to this podcast, or else I'm going to send the Viltrumites after you. Send our podcast and YouTube channel to your friends, enemies, family, Viltrum Empire, post in your group chats, and send it everywhere, man. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see y'all next time on the Cinestro Corp. Peace. Yer.